Hi, Chandresh. Welcome to Meet the Founders Coinscrum series. We're really delighted to have you here today, and looking forward to learning a bit more about UniLend, your project. But before we start exploring what UniLend is and what it's bringing to the space, crypto space, I thought it'd be good to start off with kind of your story. How did you come into the crypto world?
Yeah, thanks a lot for inviting me. Really glad to be here. So, yeah, I mean, before we start diving into the discussions, this is this interview sort of becoming historic because just now BTC also broke the 20,000 mark. So, yeah, I mean, and how I started my crypto journey, basically, so in late 2016. I started exploring the blockchain space. I was sort of reading about how Bitcoin actually functions and how Ethereum actually works. And I was sort of trying to explore more and more. So I invested a good amount of money, like 6 months, in exploring how this thing works. And when I sort of got myself aware about that. Blockchain is sort of going to change how the traditional finance works. I sort of jumped into doing this thing full time. So I was during that time I was investing heavily into different projects which were coming into the market. I was guiding multiple projects on different things like on the on tokenization front and on the marketing front, on the strategy front. And around 2019, when I took this decision of joining this crypto space full time, and I joined a project named as Matic Network, which was a Binance IO project in 2019, and was helping them for marketing and strategy for 1 year. And in the year 2020, along with the two co-founders, Suryansh and Tarun, they were working on a product named as Meta Transact. So it is a meta transaction protocol where you can do transaction on Ethereum without actually paying fees in Ethereum. You can pay fees in other tokens also. So I was discussing with them this problem of very limited assets are currently supported into the decentralized finance space. So this is how the idea of UniLend started, and around August, yeah, in the month of August, we made this blog live, and I'm in 3-4 months now, and we are far ahead from where we started.
Okay. Um, okay, so that's how you kind of
Okay.
came into the crypto space. So can you say a
Mm-hmm.
little bit about what UniLend is? What are you trying to do through the project?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So currently, if you look into the DeFi space, then there are certain money markets like Compound is there, always there, which supports the lending and borrowing of assets. And there are certain other decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, Balancer, SushiSwap, which allows the decentralized asset swap functionality. But what the current decentralized finance space is missing is that it is missing a complete solution which can allow any asset, just like in a permissionless way, you can list any token on Uniswap. We don't have any service or any platform which can allow the lending and borrowing of any token, the permissionless lending and borrowing. So currently, if you take a look at Compound, where they have their own governance protocol, where if any assets wants to be added onto their platform, they have to first go through that governance process, and they can't allow any illiquid or highly volatile asset to get added onto their platform, because obviously they are dependent on other dexes for liquidation. So this is where UniLand comes into picture. We are building a solution where we have a complete decentralized trading functionality also. And on top of that, we are also allowing the lending and borrowing functionality in a permissionless way. So just like on Uniswap, anyone can go and list their token and the asset swap functionality can start working. In the similar way, on UniLend platform, you can come list your token. We will not only allow the trading functionality to be open, but we will also allow the lending and borrowing functionality of that token will be open for the complete community. So this is the way we are different. If you go into the number crunching, then there are more than 6,000 plus tokens, ERC20 assets, which are available. And out of that, only 30 assets are currently supported in different money markets, which are available. With UniLend, it will be possible for all those 6,000 assets. If they want, they can come and provide liquidity on our platform, and the lending and borrowing for all those assets will be possible. If you go into the number crunching, then obviously the major tokens they are supported on this money market, but more than 50% of the market is still untapped. So around 30 billion plus assets which are not tapped into the money markets, which will become possible with UniLend.
Okay, so that was a lot covered there. So just to kind of, just to kind of break it down for me. So why is it that you're able to offer kind of, these illiquid coins as well, kind of on your platform?
Mhm. Yeah. So like I was mentioning that other money markets are dependent on other decentralized platforms for liquidations, whereas Uniland is building a complete ecosystem. We are building a trading platform also, and we are building a money market also, and both of these platforms are connected with each other. So when you list any asset on our trading platform, based on the liquidity which is available on the trading platform, we will unlock the lending and borrowing capacity for those tokens. So let's say you are coming any XYZ project is coming up with their own token. Now this token, uh, so like I will take example of Uniland itself. So when we launched, we provided liquidity initially on three platforms. We provided liquidity on Uniswap, SushiSwap, and Balancer for trading. So all these platforms, what they did, they are only allowing the asset swap feature for UFT token, which is Uniland's governance token. Now, what we are saying that we are presenting the industry with an opportunity of a platform like UniLand, just like you provide liquidity on Uniswap, you provide liquidity on UniLand also. On Uniswap, only the asset swap feature will be unlocked for the token. But if you provide the liquidity on UniLand, not only the asset swap feature will be unlocked, but based on the liquidity which is available on our own platform, we will unlock the lending and borrowing part also for part of your token also. So it will be a added functionality for your token. And in this way, we are sort of solving the bigger problem of the money markets for major tokens. So to answer your question, our platform is a complete ecosystem which has the trading functionality also and the lending and borrowing part also. So we are not dependent on any other DEX for liquidations. We have our own platform. So this is why we are able to allow more tokens into our ecosystem as compared to other platforms.
Right. Okay. And you're allowing any kind of ERC20 token into your kind of ecosystem, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So and how does kind of the native utility token that your platform already has, how does that kind of feed
Mhm,
you the system, your ecosystem?
mhm. Yes, so I mean, see, majorly for most of the protocols, the governance, the governance is one of the major part which the tokens generally serve the purpose for. In our protocol also there are multiple factors which has to be decided, like and ours is a community first protocol, and major decisions of the protocol will be taken will be taken through governance, and all the community, all the users who are holding UFT token, they will be able to take part in all the decisions which are happening on our protocol. So let's say, initially we are planning to start with a base pair of Ethereum. Now let's say community wants to add USDC or USDT or any other stable coin also as a base pair. So the proposal will go, and all the community members who are holding UFT tokens, they will be able to take part in the decision which are happening. There are also some other factors like the interest rate model and the liquidation model, which will be decided through governance. Apart from this, the community which are holding UFT tokens, they will obviously have other advantages in terms of liquidity mining and yield farming, which will be happening on our protocol. So there are multiple benefits for UniLend UFT token holders.
Okay, that's interesting. And so, who do you think is going? Who do you think you're kind of aiming for through UniLens? Who are you trying to kind of capture? Are you kind of trying to capture the retail market, the high investors, or are you kind of trying to broaden out the market to more people?
Mhm. Yeah, so like I mentioned that, if you go into number crunching, then more than 50% of the market cap is still not tapped. So around 30 billion plus market is still not tapped. But if you go into the community number wise, then there is around 80% of the community, the crypto community, which is still not tapped into money markets. There are so many good projects, like when we came up with this idea, I went to number of projects, number of Binance IO projects also. So we discussed this idea with them, and they were very much interested in coming to our platform and providing services. So in terms of community wise, if I talk, then there are number of good projects. Like if I take name of Matic, Elron, or
Mhm.
in fact Binance also, BNB, Huobi token, HT token, Leo token of Bitfinex's platform. So all these tokens are currently not tapped into. So all that community is missing the benefits of yield farming, liquidity mining for their tokens. And if we add these tokens onto our platform, then the complete new market will be open to lot of new users. And if you look lending and borrowing, if you go in detail, then it can also function as long and short also. So the whole new features will be open for so many new tokens, and the community effect will be huge with this.
Hmm. Okay, so that's interesting. And so why do you think like Uniswap and Compound and other kind of exchanges, why aren't they offering what
Mhm.
you're offering? Why didn't they have, because it seems like a great idea. Why aren't they offering that? Why is that
Yeah.
market untapped at the moment? That like, on
Mhm.
your medium profile, there's that almost half the market is kind of untapped. So why have they left
Yeah.
it like that, do you think?
Yeah, so see, when Compound and other money markets started, at that time market was totally different. I mean, if you take the journey of Uniswap also, they are live from many years, and initially there was no liquidity on Uniswap. Recently people have figured out the advantages of decentralized finance. Recently projects have started providing liquidity. If you take example, go back 1 year, the nobody was providing liquidity on Uniswap or any other dexes. So this idea of decentralized finance, and the added advantages decentralized finance has to offer, people are realizing those advantages recently. You see, currently there is around 50 billion worth of assets locked onto DeFi, which is literally huge. If you go back in time, not even 1 billion worth of assets were locked into DeFi. So when Compound and Aave, this protocols where initially came into the market, there was not much liquidity which they already had to play with. They obviously had to depend on the liquidity which are available on Uniswap and on other platforms. If any platform, 1 year back or few months back came into or any other deck. So this idea was completely a failure. But now, as people has been beneficial, projects are bringing liquidity on a DEXs, so this idea makes complete sense. So when Compound and Aave were built, there was not so much liquidity to play with, but now we have good amount of liquidity. Now projects, community, and everyone is aware what decentralized finance has to offer. So now currently this idea makes complete sense.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So your idea was it wasn't the right time to have all earlier on, so it makes sense at this time. Okay. Um, right. That's interesting. And so yeah. So the question was, so you managed to raise a lot of money for this kind of project, around like 3 million, right? From kind of a seed fund. So who are the people kind of backing your project at the moment?
Mhm. So, so we raised 3.1 million in seed and private round, and the fund which we have raised is for our governance token, which is currently already trading. So currently the market cap of UFT is around 70 million, fully diluted market cap. So we raised funds in two rounds. The seed round, we raised fund at the 7 million valuation, and the private round, we raised at the 12 million valuation, and currently it is valued around 70 million. So the investors, when I sort of came up with this idea and I made the blog live, at that time I was already a well-known personality in a crypto space. People were aware of the kind of work which I was doing continuously for Matic. And yeah, I mean, there were a lot of investors who already knew me, a lot of VCs who invested in us. They were aware of, what I have been doing. So a lot of my connections and my other two co-founders, they were also working on a project Meta Transact, which is live open source, which is I guess used by MakerDAO also, Binance also. So the team was stellar, no doubt in that. And the idea which we came up with, everyone really loved the idea. So when we made the blog live, we received huge interest from everyone. So we started talking with a lot of people, and then our team as a whole decided that which investors we sort of want to bring in. So we decided that there are three major value additions which we need from our investors. The first one was obviously that when we launch, we need a few investors who are very well connected with different projects, who can help us bring this project to our UniLend ecosystem and provide the initial bootstrap, the initial liquidity from these projects to the UniLend platform. So we chose some of the investors who are very well connected with different projects, advisors to different projects. The second important factor for us that when we launch, we need good amount of liquidity on our platform. So we sort of considered few of the investors who were ready to bring the liquidity on our platform when we launch. And the third part that we wanted to reach nearly every geography with our project. So we made sure that we are raising money from different parts of the world, and those people are going to help us with the geographical marketing, so that when Uniland goes live, we will have exposure into China also. We will have exposure into all the different parts of the world, so that we are reaching more and more audience, and we are coming above that language barrier with our platform. So pretty some really well-known names like Woodstock is one of the major investor. Capital Group is one of the major investor. There are Buybox is one of the exchange. They are one of the investors in us. So we have a long list of really good investors who are the investors of some other major well-known projects also in the ecosystem.
Okay, that sounds good. Um, when is the project live? When is it going live? UniLend.
Yeah, so yeah. So December month only we are releasing our alpha.
Mm.
So the alpha release is planned for this month. So most probably by the end of December, you will be able to see the UniLand platform in action.
Nice. Okay. Looking forward to that. And and yeah. So what's the kind of the crypto space like in India? So you're from India, uh,
Mhm,
in Bangalore at the
mhm.
moment. So what is the crypto scene like there at the moment? How does the crypto world seem from India, from where you are?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, we what so when I started, there were not a lot of people from India or from all over the world participating. But now we are seeing everyone is pretty much excited. People want to understand more. People not only want to, they are not only seeing it, from the investment perspective. Now people actually want to start building something. We are seeing lot of new projects coming into the space, like one of the projects which are our partners, Open DeFi. They are doing a good job. There are some other projects like Persistence. Matic is obviously the leader who is leading the complete Indian blockchain revolution. So all over, we are seeing that lot of good people are joining this revolution now. They are building something, and
Okay, and is crypto kind of well known in India at the moment? Like just among, like, I guess it's not legal to own crypto, right, in India, or
mhm. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any regulations around the cryptocurrencies in India currently, but
Mhm.
yeah, it is really well known, and people do understand that how blockchains. I mean, more and more people uh, are understanding over the period of time. We are receiving some coverages from the traditional media also. So still, I mean, still, I won't say that everyone is pretty much clear, but the community is growing day by day in India for crypto.
And I guess in like cities like Bangalore, it's important, right? In like a tech city like Bangalore and Mumbai, I guess those are they the hubs kind of the crypto kind of scene?
Yes, yes. It is really important, and yeah, I mean everything. Due to COVID, obviously in 2020, lot of things are running remote. So when I also launched Uniland and sort of shared it on my LinkedIn and other social platforms, received lot of congratulations from different people. Lot of different VCs which are out of India. They were also very keen on exploring what we are doing. So overall, what we are seeing that a lot of people who are not into blockchain currently, they want to learn more and more, and everyone has their eyes towards blockchain, that what new is coming and how this space is growing continuously. And some events like ETH India, which happened,
Mhm.
which keeps on happening in India, and some other events, those events also help overall to sort of educate the complete audience, and new products and new solutions are being built in India for the complete blockchain ecosystem.
Okay, that's interesting. That more people are becoming kind of aware of the kind of the crypto marketplace. Okay, so just
Yeah.
winding down now. So what are the main problems that you're kind of facing at the moment, kind of going forward, um, within the space? Is it regulation, or is it tech, or what are the main challenges you guys are facing?
So yeah, I mean, if Uniland as a project, just started, to be honest. So we are receiving a very positive support from everyone till now, and everyone really excited uh, to see our project, and we are coming up with our alpha release. So in terms of challenges, this space is really challenging. Personally, I would say that I haven't worked so hard in my life till now. This last 4 5 months have taken out the best from me. But still, if I have to say that what is challenging, then hiring is one of the major challenge I would see I am facing. That it is very difficult to figure out good people who are who understands the industry very clearly, who understands what we are doing, and who are sort of ready to support and ready to do the hard work. So hiring is a challenge, I would say. But apart from this, the complete space is very challenging. We have started our Telegram community. We received a lot of traction. More than 15,000 people are there, but we keep on aiming bigger. So you just don't stop, and there are so many milestones which we have set for ourselves, and we keep on achieving those milestones, and we keep on trying for better things. So things becomes keep on, the challenges keeps on coming to us. But yeah, I would say hiring is the bigger challenge we are facing currently.
Yeah, finding a good workforce is always difficult, especially in the crypto scene, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks, Chandresh. Thanks for joining Meet the Founders series. And we look forward to seeing how UniLend gets on.